Hey guys, good to see you once again. Gosh, it's good to be back up here. It's a touch misty. It's a touch misty, and I'm a touch sweaty. Hiking up a mountain takes a lot out of you. It's been a while, but I couldn't be happier. Let's get going. Let's get hiking. Probably going to go back to a familiar spot on the top of this mountain. And we're going to spend the evening. Hopefully it doesn't get too cold. Forecast was maybe for a bit of snow. Definitely a bit of rain. In fact, I hope I get up there before it starts raining. Give me time to set up the tent and get settled in. Oh man. See me smiling? This is a good way to spend a Friday. Just came straight after work. You know, when your schedule's tight, just come right after work. All right, let's get going. Visibility is like 100 meters, if that. Kind of creepy. No, I've always liked the fog. The mistier, the better. This hike isn't too bad. It's just all uphill. It's about 40 minutes. Maybe an hour, depending on how many breaks. And today, I'm taking a lot of breaks. My mountain legs aren't in form yet. Well, probably not the smartest thing for me to be doing when the rocks are all wet, but we're gonna do it. Do not slip now, Nudge. Do not slip. Light feet, soft hands. Oh. Flexible legs. Come on now. Balance. Oh boy. Sweet trees. Sweet roots. Thank you. Wow. Oh! Boop, 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 boop. Oh boy. I wonder if I can eat those mushrooms. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Tim. Oh, oh boy. Whoa. Oh. Home sweet home. Yes! I'm here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. No rain yet, although I am quite soaked. I do have rain pants. I should have put those on because all the water on the trees just does all the damage. Okay, I'm gonna get the tent set up. Ooh. And then quickly gather the wood for the fire. Oh, hey, little guy. Little birdie. So you might recognize this place. It's my go-to spot in this part of the woods. The time is 5:30. That gives me, oh hello there. These birds, you can get them to land, well, on the camera. I wish I could show you this because there's a bird on the camera. Land. Nope. So I do have, let's see, about an hour and a half of actual daylight, and then darkness will fall. Sunset's around 7:30 or 8, and with all this cloud cover, it's going to get dark sooner. So, let's go. Okay. The downside of doing something like this after work is you're rushed, and so you don't do the smart thing, like put on your rain pants when you're trudging through wet bushes. Now I'm probably not even gonna wear them because on the way down I'm not really gonna care all that much. Flat spot right here. Right there. And you're prone to all sorts of fun things like injuries and bad stuff, forgetting stuff. Bad things happen when you rush. Too bad I don't have any nuts for these guys. say what you want, but this Coleman tent has been faithful to me. Faithful tent. It's been with me from the beginning. It's like a friend, a loyal friend. Good old Coleman. You don't really need to spend a whole lot of money on outdoor stuff, I'll tell you. As long as you're willing to wear a ton of layers. Yes! We got it through. Wait a second. Whoops. First time in my life I've done that. I was wondering, wow, is it why it was looking so sad? Ow. Well, it's not 100% flat. And I don't have an air mattress. I've got just my foam tonight. Go. There we go. One of my worst nightmares is forgetting one of these poles. This one time, me and my wife, actually this was last summer. We were in a bit of a rush to go on a weekend camping trip, and it was a hot day, so I was loading the car right after work, getting everything sorted. I was just wearing like shorts and a t-shirt and my flip-flops, and we left, got to the site, and realized, number one, it was full, so we had to drive home. Number two, I didn't bring any shoes. I would have just had these dirty first century feet the entire time. The ground is so awkward. It's like twisted. Yeah. get our bedding inside. Good thing is might be uneven, but it's pretty soft ground. Oh boy. My wife is so cute. She tied a little bow around it. Thanks, honey. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Okay. Fire time. All the wood's going to be soaking wet, so I do have fire starter. Hopefully I brought enough. Here's my chair. Oh yeah, my favorite piece. And I do have a tarp, just in case. Just in case. I shouldn't need it, but just in case. I never use pegs for my tent. And this is sort of what I'm dealing with. There are no fallen trees around here. And if there are, I can't find them. So it's all either rotted or soaking wet wood. I gotta find, oh, maybe in here. This big tree. There's usually some good semi-dry stuff under here. Or under places like here. Okay. Wood, wood, wood. How much wood? Would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Never understood that that little rhyme. Okay, maybe some stuff in there. Yeah, darkness is coming. I do have my bear spray. This is the time when animals could be desperate. So, just a precaution. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. Soaking wet, but the center is dry. That's what I want. Yeah. Wet, wet, wet. Ugh. This is going to be challenging. When the fog dissipates, becomes well, when it gets thicker, it makes me think nightfall is coming. And it is. But now the fog has dissipated a bit and it's bright again. So, stating the obvious, there, trees? So now I've got my rain pants on because I'm getting in the thick of it here. I don't need to get more wet than I already am. Some good wood in here. Yeah, ready made. That's not going to burn. Well, if I get it hot enough. Might have to just shave off bark to really, because there's dry bark. Watch you don't tear holes in these clothes. So this is cedar. In the middle there, it's dry. So I could maybe shave off the wet layers, which is quite a substantial amount, or I could just cut it in little pieces to expose more of the dry stuff. Yummy. Oh, is it clearing up a bit? Yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah. This is an awkward way to cut. Woo! Whew. Oh, my back. Oh boy. This brings me back to my childhood. Being one with the trees. Ah. There we go, yeah. Almost there, Nudge. Yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, and that is dry. That is dry. Ah. Okay, now I need to get the small stuff. Might have to just get bark because all the small stuff is soaking wet, and you put soaking wet small stuff, that's going to put out the fire. Okay. Okay, got a good pocket full. That's a big honking tree with really coarse and thick bark. So I think it's fine to take, you know, a decent amount from it. I'm far away from the part that's living. Okay. So I think what I'll do, use some of this dry bark as a base on all this char. Not all of it, just some of it. There we go. I'm actually probably going to need more than that. So, let me see if I can grab some more and I'll be right with ya. Okay. So I think I've got enough now. So here's the fire starter. It's just this compressed board. A lot of the times this is really expensive, I mean for what it is, but sometimes you can find these at a dollar store for a fraction of the price. So let's get this going. Very slowly. Oh. Try and get all the small pieces on first. I can't imagine getting this going without fire starter. I don't want to mess with it too much right now. Kind of an obvious point, and I've said it before, when you got wet wood, you really don't want to rush it. If you've got a flame, try and especially if you've got wet tinder, slowly bring the tinder in to dry it out as the flame is going, and then it'll burn slowly, but it'll burn. Alright, this is going to take some work here. The stuff that I really want to put on is this, but it's soaked. I might have to just try though. There we go. Slow and steady. Bark isn't catching like I want it to. Let's kick it up a notch here. Not getting enough air. I'm getting greedy. Oh boy. I could just use a ton of fire starter right away and probably get it going. I think I've used enough. I'm going to work at this for a bit. I mean, I think I've got it. Just this this pine bark is just, I guess I got to get it smaller. That's probably what the problem is. Chunks are too big, but I think I've got it. Let's work on this for a bit, and night is upon us, pretty much. That or a big bank of fog has rolled in. What time is it? La hora es 6:39. Yeah, this is not fog. This is nighttime. Okay, let's work at this for a bit. I promise you, I won't put more on. If I do, I'll bring you in on it. Well, I got it going. And once I did, I just piled on, not right on top of the fire, but right near it, all the wood that I have. All the wet wood, just so that it slowly dries out. There's another piece. Slowly dries out. Or else it's going to die down and you're going to have a whole bunch of wet wood that won't light. I might even need to get more. It's starting to rain too. Yikes. Let's get my seat set up here. Yeah, definitely going to need more wood. Oh boy, that's nice. Can you see me? Barely. Better lighting would be good. Well, it started raining and then it stopped. Be nice to have a chill time next to the fire with no rain, but might be hard to set up a tarp around here. There's not a whole lot of things I can tie to, not a whole lot of wood that are like dead standing wood I can use as poles. I ended up with my knife, chopping down some of the drier wood that I have, and exposing the dry stuff to the flame, and that really got it going well. Oh, just rest that back. I want to get more wood now, but it's time to rest for a few minutes. Yeah, it's starting to rain. I gotta watch that actually, because I don't want this camera getting too wet. Okay. Well, it took a while. See all the sticks and twigs on top. Those are they were soaking wet. But once you get a good basic holes, you can start to dry them out. The key is to leave them all gnarly like that, so the fire is nice and aerated. You don't smother it. Hopefully these things will dry quickly and I can get a good hot fire going. That took, what, 3 hours? Nah. It took a good 45 minutes to get it. So I didn't have to keep blowing on it. Oh, she's rocking now. Probably one of the hardest, well, yeah, one of the hardest fires I've ever had to get started. Took a while. But now I can really get this wood going in terms of its dryness, and it's clearing up a little bit. I can see the stars. It's so strange. I think almost every time I've been up here, around this time it clears up. I can see the lights down at the city down there, and the stars above. Love it. Love it. So y'all are probably, y'all that have been following me for a bit are probably wondering, why isn't Henry here? Or at the very least, how is Henry? Henry's my dog. Henry's good. He's with my wife. And I really wanted to bring him up on this one, but he's 5 months. He's too young. And the hike is, well, it's a bit much for his age, I think. So, I'm out here alone, once again. I think I'm going to wait until an acquaintance of mine said he brought his dog out at 8 or 9 months. So I'll probably wait until at least then. And probably won't bring him on this one. The hike uphill, it's probably a bit much. But definitely in the winter time, I think I might bring him to my usual site, because it's just it's a flat hike. But yeah, he's doing well. He's getting into his rebellious stage. At least they're telling me it's a stage. I hope it's a stage, because for the most part he's all right. But there's certain moods he gets in, and he just goes hog wild. And he loves biting things still. His baby teeth are still in. We're training him to leave it. He's doing pretty well with that. Training him to sit. And training him to eat food. Just kidding. He loves food. He can't get enough. We had to buy one of those maize bowls so he didn't gobble down the food like a mad dog. I mean, before we got the maize bowl, we would stop him for a bit, and then allow. Like, he's pretty good with that. We'll tell him to stop, and he'll stop. And I think that's our crowning achievement with him, is getting him to wait before he eats, wait for the command, and then getting him to stop when he needs a break. But the maize bowl allows us to just lay the food there for him and allow him to chow down, or attempt to chow down. So he's been an awesome addition to our family. He's still got his puppy fur, nice and fluffy. Yeah, it's an absolute joy having him around. And can't wait to bring him out on these. Can't wait. He's gonna love it up here or anywhere that we go camping, that's for sure. Teaching him to fetch. Fetch has been a challenge. He'll run after the ball, and then he'll grab it with his mouth, and he'll drop it, and then jaunt back to us. So that's going to be a challenge. He fetches primarily after balls. He seems to lose the stick in the grass when we throw sticks. It's pretty funny. But yeah, soon enough he'll be out and about, on camera. And I can't wait until that time comes. Oh boy. I'm gonna chill next to the fire for a bit, and once I get hungry, I'll get dinner going. It's about 7:30, I think, so normally I'd be done dinner by now. Actually, no, I wouldn't be. We usually have late dinners. I get home around 5:30-ish, and Liz, my wife, gets home around 6:30, so we usually have late dinners. Oh boy. Oh, she's going now. That's a good flyer, folks. That's a good flyer. Alright, so the time has come. Let's get my face in frame a bit. There we go. The time has come for some dinner. And yeah, I did bring a full shaker of seasoning. Let's get this plastic off here. Yeah, I'm getting hungry. It's, what time is it? I think it's closer to 9 now. So we got not just your regular Montreal steak, but it's picante. You probably can't see that. Maybe right here. It's spicy. Oh. I absolutely love spicy food. Love it. And I've been getting a lot of heartburn. I don't know if that's if that's related. Nah. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I have a big piece of meat in a bag with a bunch of mushrooms, and I'm just gonna do it in the pot, just because the fire, you know, the fire. It's going to take a while for the embers to form. That would make it appropriate to put a steak right on it. Okay, where's my knife? The problem with this pot is it's quite small, and the piece of meat's quite big. So there it is. I'm just going to cut it a little bit, cut it in some smaller pieces. or just tear it. And put it right in. Just mangled pieces of meat. And we'll get the mushrooms right in there. Why not? Add some flavor. And mushrooms, they, whoa. Okay, almost lost the entire dinner there. Mushrooms, they do reduce in size quite a bit. So I'll be able to add the rest later. And we're just going to season it. Season the whole thing. And we'll put that right on the fire. Obviously. Stating the obvious again. Oh, smoke in the eyes. One of my favorite experiences out in here in the woods is getting smoke right in the eye, right in the eyeballs. There we go. That's a good spot. There we go. Dinner is served. I hope it's char-boiled. Ow. Yeah. Ow. Oh yeah, it's hot. Well, there it is. It's just a boiling pot of meat and delicious mushrooms. Mmm. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Das ist gut. Okay. I wish I could put this on my lap, but I can't. That's alright. Mmm. You're getting lost in the smoke and steam. Mmm. Quite simply, one of my favorite combinations. If there's steak, I love mushrooms with them. Onions would be better, for sure, but if I had a choice, it would be mushrooms. Mm. It's a lot more tender than I thought it would be. Oh. I'm a simple man. I don't require steak to be done to my liking. I don't require a perfect piece of meat. All I require is some meat that's been cooked with some spices, some seasoning. Salt and pepper would be fine. Just something. And a vegetable or two, like mushrooms. Wow. So, me and the wife are actually headed to Europe in 4 days, 3 days. Really looking forward to that. It's a bucket list sort of thing. We're heading to northern France to see all the the World War II stuff, which I'm very excited to experience all that, see all that. Then from there, we're going down to Italy. To Naples and then Sorrento. Try some of their wine. Explore some of their vineyards, the classic Italy experience. But when I get back, I'm so excited and so eager to get more videos out, do more trips. We're in fall, coming up to my favorite season, winter. And you better believe I'll be doing some winter trips. So incredibly excited for that. Winter, my favorite time to camp. I blame the military for that. But yeah, obviously getting Henry, the puppy, has sort of slowed things down a bit for me. It's been a lot, full-time job, coming home, taking care of the puppy. So, obviously that's been what's been occupying my time. But he's coming of age. He's building some knowledge of this world. It's crazy. He's only been on this earth for 5 months. So, can't rush it. But he will be ready soon. Definitely going to do a multi-nighter in the winter. You can count on that. I got some time off in December, and you better believe it. Oh, it's spicy. That's some spicy Montreal steak. Ooh. Slow down, Nige. Oh. It's raining a little bit. Only reason why I can tell is because I can see the droplets in the light. I can't feel them. Oh man. Delicious. I admit, it's scrumptious. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's good. Oh, let me just relax and digest. Good thing I brought Tums.
because that is gonna give me heartburn.
Oh boy. Well, I've been, as per usual, sitting next to the fire, enjoying the heat. But it has gotten cold. It's, I mean, it's fall time, but it's got to be at least, 5 degrees, maybe a bit less. Close to 0, that's for sure. Fire's dying, so it's time to crawl into bed here. It's pretty late. It's not quite midnight, but getting close. Thankfully, I mean, it started not pouring, but it started raining, and I contemplated coming into the tent like an hour ago, and then it died down, so I stayed next to the fire, put my hood on, and nestled real tight, and thankfully the rain dissipated. But yeah, clouds opened up a bit, and it really started to get cold. So now that the fire's dying, it's time to get nestled in. Oh boy. Whew. Let's get these boots off. Give it another couple weeks, and there's going to be a ton of snow up here. I'll be back. I will be back. Oh. It was a good fire. Took a while to get going, but once it did, it lasted quite a while with the little wood that I had. Well, hopefully I get a good sleep tonight. We'll see how comfortable this uneven ground will be. Usually I got my air mattress, not this time. My air mattress has a hole in it, I'm pretty sure. So I didn't bother bringing it. I'm back to the original mattress, and that's just this foam. But it's worked well for me in the past, and hopefully it works well tonight. Oh boy. Let me get situated here. Okay, I am in the bag, in the tent, and ready for a snooze. Now this sleeping arrangement is pretty bumpy. It's there's tufts of grass or shrubberies under me that are creating some bulges, but it should be fine. Really, this mattress doesn't really protect me against a bumpy ground. It's just good for insulation, which is all I need, really. Sleepy. Alright guys, I'm going to bed. I'll see you in the morning. Good night, good night, good night. Yes, I'm sleeping in all my clothes, including my rain jacket. You see my breath? Spicy. Good night, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Oh,
Pretty good sleep. Pretty good sleep. I slept in quite a bit actually. Okay, so I don't have breakfast. I do have coffee, but that means making another fire. Can't decide whether I want to do that or not. Or I haven't decided whether I want to do that. I was afraid it was going to rain last night, so I brought pretty much everything inside. My chair. Okay. I'm going to sit here for a bit. And make the decision. So I've gathered a bunch of twigs. A lot of the dead shrubbery, all the dead shrubbery is starting to get dry. So this was actually pretty easy to find, and it feels pretty dry. Sun's coming out. Yeehaw! Yeah, it's even still warm. I don't think it's warm enough though. So you get it going without a kickstart here. Hopefully that's enough to boil water for coffee. Surprisingly, that was one of my best sleeps out here. Usually with ground that's uneven like that, I don't do too well. But I did well. Probably get this fire more stable. Less smoky. Okay, I think I need to collect more. It's taking a bit here. Okay, hopefully that's good enough just to get it boiling. Really looking forward to the winter. Very much so. Yeah, hopefully in November, that's when the snow obviously starts falling here. With any significance anyway. And I might even be able to make it back to this spot. So, always good times at this spot. Always good times. Gotta make sure this thing doesn't tip on me. There we go. Campfire coffee is the best coffee. Unless you have a French press, then it's even better. Oh yes, the warmth of the sun even in October is quite significant. I think it's going to be sunny on my way down. So I'm going to get a head start on packing while this coffee cools down.
Favorite part. Backup time. I love it.
So yeah, I think, let's see. September, so April, May, June, July, August, September. Well, actually May, June, July, August, September. Just seeing how old my dog will be in November. So it'll be 7 months. November, December is when I'll probably start taking him out. December is a good month in terms of making videos for me because I got some time off during that point in the year. So I can even do potentially a multi-nighter. We'll see. Probably should get Henry acclimated to being out in the woods overnight, so maybe just an overnighter for a while. Just stick to overnighters. An awesome way to conserve weight is to bring a life straw. These are fantastic. They stay good for a long time. This mattress is pretty good. I might even, just to conserve bulkiness and a little bit of weight, although the weight's not really a noticeable thing, I guess, is to cut this so that it's maybe 2/3 of the original size. That way it packs a lot easier. Might even, I mean, this thing's really cheap, so not really it's not really that big a risk. You just go out and buy another one if you screw it up, but just a bit too bulky the way it is, a bit too thick. Plastic bag for my dirty pot. So I don't get my bag all gnarly and nasty. Fall camping, it comes close to winter camping for me, but there's just nothing like the purity of the snow. The magical sort of quietness of a winter wonderland. for me, it's just that much more peaceful for me. Of course, no bugs and likely no wild animals to worry about. Thankfully, there wasn't any rain last night. I say thankfully because I absolutely hate breaking this tent down and packing it when it's soaking wet. Such a good tent. I love this damn thing. I could get one smaller. In fact, I probably will at some point. But this is a 3-man tent. Really 2-man. I can't imagine sleeping 3 people in this thing. But I love having, enough room to lay out some of the stuff if I need to bring a chair or 2 inside. Enough room to frolic and dance around. That's what I need. There it is. Cool thing about this backpack is, or one of the cool things is, it's got these straps inside, so you can really pack things nice and tight. So you don't get a whole lot of moving around in there, and keep things nice and close to your back. One thing I do like about packing is getting everything to fit nice and tight. It's like a game of Tetris every time. Raven. I've said it once, I'm sure, more than once, but I can't say it enough. This chair, if you ever have the ability to spend about $100, highly recommend getting a chair like this. And if you can get this brand, I don't know how the quality of the other brands, but this one, so far, so good. Having a place to sit down is one of the most overlooked, I think, underrated items of comfort that you can bring if you can spare the weight. And I mean, this thing weighs, I think, less than 2 pounds. The bag that it comes in is nice too. It looks fairly waterproof. Well, it is pretty waterproof. Another good thing about this pack is the zippers are pretty strong. I've reefed on these things time and time again, and they haven't broke on me. This is a Camelback BFM. It's 42 liter, I think. There we go. Whew. Well, I am ready to go. Campsite is clear of all debris. Man, that was a good night. That was a good quick trip. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking with me. It's going to be a little bit longer until my next one, but stay tuned, guys, because hopefully during the winter I can just start hammering out trips and obviously bring you along with me. And before you know it, little old Henry will be with me right by my side. And boy, I cannot wait until he's with me on these things. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And be sure to leave some comments if you feel like getting involved in this small but wonderful community. And feel free to subscribe as well. All right, guys, take care now, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.